You directed me to the one thing I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm actually not sure what's going on. You directed me to something about this keep spreading the dumbest lies I ever heard about the Obama's healthcare program. But I actually don't really understand what you guys are doing long term. I know the things they're saying against it are so stupid, they don't even make sense. But the fact is, for reasons unknown, there's an entire part, or some I partly understand the reasons. The entire part of the country, like right, about 50% of the country, perceives they don't want us to have a healthcare system. I think the government's taking over or something. I mean, when people are that stupid, I mean, I really, really don't. It's deeper than them just not caring about people. They actually think they think it's hard to picture why it's so dumb, but it's been built into their heads that the government's the problem, and they read the Ayn Rand novels and they free markets and everything. But I mean, if they're that dumb, I mean, it's really hard to know what you can say. The criticism, the website didn't work and it's just failing, and this, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's working just fine. The whole thing's working just fine. A lot of people have affordable health care. But I don't know how to reach people that think there shouldn't be a healthcare system, who think that's like what they call socialism. By the way, you don't know what they think. They're talking about what happened in the Soviet Union or something. They're so stupid, though. I mean, there's nothing to say. I dealt with them. But let me tell you something. I dealt with these people. If they would try to convince me of that, then the people like should just be put to bed. I mean, I really don't know how to. I'm trying to think of how to appeal to such people, how we could break through these blocks in their head. I mean, I don't really fully understand what you would say, but then again, you got a whole channel that keeps bringing people on that say it. I mean, I don't really understand what you guys are doing. The same people that put me in a wheelchair, you're also continuing to tell people that, by the way. I mean, you're aware of what's happening, you're aware to put me in a wheelchair, but you're still telling people. They actually don't understand. I mean, they don't understand. You're furthering these. You're furthering something, but then you're also aware that people are being get put in a wheelchair. If this thing, I mean, I really can't imagine what you're doing. I mean, I really don't know. But I mean, I can't fight against it when there's a whole channel that's devoted to telling people lies about. I mean, what a healthcare system would be. By the way, these people who sit in these audience participation things and use it to market solutions. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I don't even know what that means. But maybe you do. But you got a whole channel. I'm up against a whole channel that's telling people things that don't even make sense, but they believe them. But the people who work there are also aware I'm going to be crippled if we can't figure out a way to convince people. I don't know what evil is this? I mean, I'm going to end up in a wheelchair because the very people who know I'm going to end up in a wheelchair are telling people who they know that respond to it, like that the government, that it didn't work, and it's the government coming in and I mean, telling people things that they respond to. I met the kind of people who respond to them, but I mean, but how can I? But you also know that I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. So I mean, basically, I can't imagine what the point is. See, as a guy's going to end up in a wheelchair, and we're going to keep furthering these things. That's my friends. I mean, I really don't understand this. But I mean, whatever's happening. It's over my head. But I mean, I can't. One person, I am going to end up in a wheelchair because one person can't deal with a whole channel. The fact that you know the people you're talking to are stupid, and you know you probably can't believe they eat it up either. No one can. That guy Carl Hess, he's a Republican speechwriter. He said, I don't know why they respond to it though. He said, I think they're trying to talk about this. He didn't know why they respond to it either. Some kind of part of the population responds to it. There shouldn't be a healthcare system, but I'm going to end up in a wheelchair. But it seems like everyone's doing the same thing. I don't even know what to do. I'm not angry. I just don't understand. It's the one thing I can't help with. I'm basically in a desperate frame of mind. How could I help with that when I don't even understand what people are thinking, quite frankly? Like I said, I think they're basically people who aren't entirely I'm trying to picture it. Well, in my family, I'll tell you who they are. They're people who they're mad at their father. First of all, is what's taking place. But I don't know if they know how to deal with the fact that they were born lucky, so they got a kind of thing going where they make a bunch of mixed up ideas, but it gives them some self-esteem because they're basically still self-conscious about being rich boys, and like daddy was a self-made man who sent them to college, but they're mad at their daddy. I mean, they're in my own family. I mean, they basically need psychological help. I mean, they're daddy's boys, but the way I get self-esteem is they don't like the bleeding hearts. I mean, it's a whole bunch of these people, but they're in my family too. By the way, these are the people I always said they wouldn't help me out. I mean, I got to get a lawyer outside the family. I don't know how dumb they are, but they like eat this stuff up. I don't know how educated people eat it up. By the way, Europeans, one big reason Europeans think Americans are stupid, it's because of people like my uncles. Republican, libertarian, no healthcare system. I think they're mad at their father is what's happening. And they're also uncomfortable because they know they got lucky in life. But being born that way, instead of just, saying they're really lucky, they built a whole ideology in their head around hating the poor and what they call socialism. They don't know anything about things like that. I've tried reasoning with them. They're basically, like I said, they're angry at their father, and they're uncomfortable with the fact they were born lucky. So that's all I can picture.